What's going on, Pokemon Masters? PokemonTripHD, we're back today with some more MPL action. This is the Major Pokemon League, and this is Week 15. We're going up against GoodGuyGastly and the Las Vegas Victinis. If you don't know who GoodGuyGastly is, be sure to check him out. He does probably some of the funniest, shyest stuff ever, and I love him a lot. He's a really good friend of mine, and be sure to go check him out. Now, if you don't know what the MPL is, basically it's Pokemon Sports League. There's plenty of them out there, so you should know what they are. I'll leave the link to the MPL Hub down in the description below. Now, as you can see, this is going to be a post battle, and I just noticed I have 100 out of 100 battles. Okay, well, this is going to be a post battle, and this is going to be, I think, the second post battle all season. So 2nd out of 15. I think that's pretty good. 13 live battles so far. That's pretty good in my opinion. But I couldn't do this live because there was people over when we had this battle, and I couldn't record with people over because that'd be a little bit weird, and just a little bit weird. So we're just gonna get right into this match now. Before we even get started, actually, we actually traded Flygon for Manaphy. So that's the trade that happened. We traded with the Equity Gengar. So they now have Flygon, and we now have Manaphy. And as you can see, Manaphy's on our team. This trade actually happened last week, which was the trade deadline. I just forgot to mention it last week. I don't know how I forgot to mention it, but I really like Manaphy. It adds such a new dynamic to this team. Has Rain Dance support for Omastar. Has Calm Mind if I really wanted to. You know how I love my setups. And it gets Tail Glow, which is amazing, and it has such a wide move mode. It's so bulky, base 100 all over the board. Such an amazing Pokemon to have. Now, we're just gonna get over the Pokemon that I have on my side. So, as you can see, I have Skarmory. Of course, this is the usual standard Skarmory set with Roost, Defog, Stealth Rock, and I have Roar this time instead of Brave Bird. I have Roar. And it's good, it's defensive, just to be able to handle his Weavile and his Scizor, which he did bring, as you can see. Then we have Gardevoir, which is actually a bulky Gardevoir set. I believe it's modest max HP, max defense, with a little bit of special attack investment. Holding the Kibia Berry. Skarmory's holding leftovers. Gardevoir's holding the Kibia Berry, so it can take any poison hit from possibly the Crobat or even the Terrakion and Poison Jab. So just be able to take it, and it has Psychic and Moonblast for offensive moves just to be able to knock him out. And that's the Gardevoir set. And then we have Mega Aerodactyl, which is, of course, the powerhouse of the team. I brought this Mega Aerodactyl, Jolly Nature, to be able to outspeed Gothitelle if it was Choice Scarfed, because he does have a Gothitelle, but he didn't bring it. And I was so scared of the Gothitelle because it is such a threat. Also, as you can see, this is face cam. I'm doing post face cam battle, which is kind of funny. And Aerodactyl has, I believe it has Tailwind, it has Rock Slide, it has Crunch, and it has Aqua Tail. So that's the moveset. And in the rain, an Aqua Tail actually 2 KOs a Hippowdon, even though if it's max defense, max HP. So that's pretty darn impressive, if I do say so myself. And the next up, we have Omastar, Swift Swim Omastar with Choice Specs. It's modest natured, outspeeds everything in the rain on his team other than any Choice Scarf users that he may or may not have. And a Surf in the rain OHKOs every single Pokemon on his team except for the Kyurem Black. Also, it doesn't OHKO the Scizor if it's Spadef, which I doubt it's a Spadef Scizor, but if it's Spadef, it doesn't OHKO the Scizor, and that's Omastar. Then we have Snorlax, which is the standard Snorlax set. I brought max defense, max HP, Impish Nature to be able to take on the Kyurem Black, because Kyurem Black is a threat, and it takes on every single variant of Kyurem Black. It takes at least 2 hits from every single variant, and we can hit it with a return, and then we come with Aerodactyl. We pretty much need a Psychic Snorlax, and then come with Aerodactyl, maybe Rock Slide, or maybe even Gardevoir if we want to. It all depends. And then we have, it also has Toxic. I forgot to mention. It has Toxic for the possible Hippowdon if we need to Toxic that thing. Then next up we have Manaphy, which is max defense Manaphy with max HP, just to be able to take any hits really. And it has, I believe it has Rest, Rain Dance, because Rain Dance Hydration is a lot of fun. Rest, Rain Dance, I think Surf, Rest, Rain Dance, Surf. What was it? Oh, and Skill Swap. It has Skill Swap for the Gothitelle, which he didn't bring. I really wanted to see Skill Swap, but he didn't bring the Gothitelle, so oh well, what can you do? And that's his team, and as you can see at his team, he brought a lot of threats. He has the Weavile, Hippowdon, Mega Scizor, Terrakion, Kyurem Black, and Crobat. All threats on his team. Every single Pokemon there is a threat. Let's just get into this battle. We're going to press battle play, battle start, whatever, and we're just going to run into this battle. This battle was so much fun to have. You honestly have no idea. There was so much hacks, just spread all over the battle. There were so much hacks. So I love Skarmory because it's a pretty safe lead, and I see Crobat, and I think, wait, he brought Special Crobat before. Maybe he's going to do it again and carry Heat Wave. So I'm going to go to swap out to Finland, predicting Heat Wave, but he goes for the Nasty Plot. And I'm scared right now. I'm super scared because a Crobat with Nasty Plot up actually does so much damage to this team. He's going to go for the Dark Pulse, try getting that flinch because nothing can OHKO. And he doesn't get that flinch, luckily, and it actually does pretty much nothing to Manaphy, which I was really surprised about. So maybe he wasn't as invested in special attack. I'm not quite sure because I think that should have done a little bit more. But I don't know. I'll take it. I set up the rain, and I go straight out into... Oh, Manaphy's Damp Rock, by the way. Forgot to mention that. And Snorlax's leftovers. And what was the last one? I don't remember. I just go straight out to Omastar, goes for the Air Slash, gets a crit on the Air Slash, which kind of stinks. I'm going to go for the Surf. It OHKOs this Crobat for sure. And yeah, because of Choice Spikes in the rain, Surf, Stab, all that good stuff. Crobat's down. He has nothing to take a Surf, but because of that crit, he goes out into his Scizor. And I run a couple calcs, and I see if he's a Mega Scizor, which he is, guaranteed, and he's Adamant, max attack. A Bullet Punch does 52 to 60-something damage, so it's guaranteed to OHKO if he's Adamant, max attack. And I don't want Omastar to go down this early because I still need Omastar for the possible Hippowdon. So I go into Manaphy expecting the Bullet Punch, but he Mega Evolves, of course, and he actually goes for the knockoff. So a fantastic prediction, gets rid of my Damp Rock. That's going to put me at a really low amount of HP. He also gets a crit, which is kind of annoying, but he's going to go for the Bullet Punch. It's going to do pretty much nothing because it's a Manaphy and we're defensive, so it does nothing. I don't know why I didn't go for Bullet Punch first, but we go for the rest, Hydration in the rain, back to full HP, and we do have Speed Scizor because Manaphy's base 100 speed, which I actually forgot about during this battle. I really forgot Manaphy was this fast. I had no idea how fast Manaphy was. Then we're just going to go for a Surf because I want to tell whether what kind of Scizor set this is, and it doesn't bring him below half, so I know that he's bulk invested in some way, either especially defensive or maybe HP, just max HP. That could also be a thing, which it probably is, to be honest. And so we've already seen 3 of his moves. We saw U-turn, we saw Bullet Punch, and we saw knockoff. So we know 3 of his moves already. Now he's going to go to the Cure Black. This is a threat. This is a threat if I've ever seen one. So I got into Snorlax because I know Snorlax can take any hit. He's probably going to go for the Fusion Bolt. Snorlax can eat it up. He does go for the Fusion Bolt, so he reveals the Fusion Bolt. We're also going to be able to see what kind of set this Cure Black is. Fusion Bolt does a ton of damage, so we see that he's not Life Orb. So I'm thinking, okay, he's probably some sort of berry because I know how GoodGuyGastly loves his berries. He's gonna drop a Draco though, and I'm kind of scared right now. He's gonna drop a Draco Meteor, and it does so much damage because we're not specially defensive. And as soon as the special attack goes down, would you look at that? White Herb, White Herb activates a White Herb Cure Black. I've never been as impressed from a Cure Black set in a really long time until I saw that White Herb. And basically, I need to sack something. I can get the Skarmory, but then he's just going to Fusion Bolt, and it's just not going to be too much fun. So I just decided to sack off Snorlax. This Cure Black is the only thing I need Snorlax for, but I need to sack him off. I need to let him go. And so Snorlax goes down. That White Herb was really, really impressive because if he didn't get back up to neutral, then we would have been able to take a Draco Meteor. And maybe if he had Outrage, he would have still been able to knock us out, but still. Then we got into Aerodactyl, and we Mega Evolve, just go for the safe Rock Slide. Hits everything on his team hard except the Hippowdon, but then we can just Aqua Tail Hippowdon, so Hippowdon's not too annoying, really. Just gonna go with the safe Rock Slide. I was really tempted to go with the Aqua Tail, but I decided not to, like I said, because I can just go for the Aqua Tail afterwards. Knock out the Cure Black. Had we actually missed the Aqua Tail, we probably would have gotten swept by this Cure Black. I'm not even going to lie. We probably would have gotten swept by that Cure Black because Fusion Bolt, just Fusion Bolt hits everything so hard. I probably would have gone out and had to have gone out into Gardevoir to take a hit and then Moonblast. But still, it's the principle. Then he goes out to his Mega Scizor. I go out to Skarmory. Skarmory walls this thing pretty darn nice. I'm going to go set up the Stealth Rocks basically to force a Defog at some point. Also, if he shows Defog on the Scizor, that means we know all 4 of his moves, and he can't really touch Manaphy anymore. So he's going to go for that knockoff, get rid of our leftovers. I'm going to go ahead and set up the Stealth Rocks. Now, I thought maybe he wanted to switch right here, so I go for the Roar. Just because I thought maybe he was going to switch. I don't know, but he decides just to go for the safe Defog, get rid of the hazards, and I go for the Roar and roar him out into a new Pokemon. So I'm thinking, if he goes roar out into anybody other than Terrakion, this is going to be nice. And he gets roared out into Terrakion, so this is not nice. This is no bueno. This is no bueno. I decided to stay in here because I want to see what kind of Terrakion set this is. If he's Banded, it's probably an OHKO. If he's Scarfed, it's going to do how much that it did. And if he's Life Orb, we're going to see the Life Orb recoil. And we got to see what kind of set this is. And judging by that damage, he's definitely Scarfed or maybe Focus Sashed or something like that. He's just going to keep going for Stone Edge. I'm saying, hey, maybe he's going to miss one. I started the Stealth Rocks again to force a Defog at some point from that Scizor. So basically, we get a free move off later. And this Skarmory is pretty much dead to me either way. He's going to land another Stone Edge, unfortunately, taking out Skarmory. So down goes the Skarmory. Skarmory did his job, though. He got the rocks up, and he was kind of annoying to kill. He had to land Stone Edges. Had he missed one Stone Edge, it would have been great, but it's fine. I go out to Manaphy now. I can go for a safe Surf, and Surf will 2-KO every single Pokemon on his team that is left from Manaphy. Now it will, at least. He's going to take rocks damage from the Scizor. Now, this is a roll to knock him out, judging by how much damage the last Surf did. I go for the Surf. It doesn't quite knock him out, but like I said, Manaphy has base 100 speed. We got to outspeed, and we get to Surf this Scizor. And we take out the Scizor. And he doesn't have a defogger anymore. And this battle is looking really, really impressive in our favor. Did I just say favor? In our favor at the moment. Goes out to the Terrakion now. I think he's going to go for the close combat, so I just say go for the Surf at -1, as Surf actually will take him out. He does go for the close combat. He does get his defenses dropped, and I do go for the Surf, and Surf is going to be enough to be able to finish off this Terrakion. All he has left is the Hippowdon and the Weavile. The Weavile we haven't even seen yet, so I'm kind of scared of that Weavile if it's maybe Choice Banded or Choice Scarf. I don't know what kind of set it is yet, and I'm kind of scared of that Weavile. Goes up to the Weavile now. Now this is the funny part. This is the funny part. He's gonna go for the, well, you'll see what he goes for soon. He's gonna get the pressure up. He's gonna go for the Ice Crash. He misses. I go for the Rain Dance just in case if he missed, and he did miss. So I get the Rain up, which is nice. Now I'm thinking, all right, he missed one. He can't miss another one. I'm just gonna go for the Surf. We may knock this thing out depending on its spread, but he missed another Ice Crash as I go for the Surf, and we're just gonna get off a ton of damage. I couldn't swap out into anybody because if I swapped out to Aerodactyl, he's probably gonna die. If I swapped out into, he's gonna miss another Icicle Crash, and I'm gonna rest up. If I swapped out to Omastar, Omastar cannot take an Icicle Crash plus Ice Shard. And if I swapped out into, who was the last one? Gardevoir. Gardevoir cannot take an Icicle Crash at all. Actually, I think it can take one because we're almost max defense, but we're not going to take one well. And I just heard noise outside. That was kind of scary. So he's going to go for the Icicle Crash. He's going to land it this time. He missed 3 in a row, though. That is really unfortunate. All of those misses did, though, was make the score better in my favor. It went from a... if he landed the Icicle Crash to KO Manaphy, it would have went from a 4-0 to a 3-0. So it just would have made the score a little bit worse in my favor had he landed it. But I don't think it really mattered. It didn't matter at all in the end because Omastar could have just came in and cleaned up either way. Also, I'm not sure if it would have knocked me out. Let me see if it would have. He's going to go to his Hippowdon, which is the last thing left. How much HP does Manaphy have? I'm not sure. I don't remember how much HP Manaphy has. Manaphy, show me your HP. I'm going to set up the rain just because I want this sand out of here. He's going to set up the Stealth Rocks, which I don't know why he did that, but I guess, oh well. I can't see how much HP Manaphy has, but it probably would have knocked us out, honestly, because it was Life Orb. Even though we're max defense, no, we have, so that did 36 damage. Yeah, I would have knocked us out because we were at 29, so I just go for the Surf. He should have actually lived the Surf, but he doesn't. I have no idea what kind of Surf that Hippowdon was. I'm pretty sure he should have lived that unless I just calced all types of wrong, but I think he should have lived that, but he goes down. And that is a win in our favor. That is a 4-0 win in our favor. Gardevoir didn't even get to see the field, which is fine by me. I would rather not have Gardevoir see the field because that means that we won. And that was actually a terrific match. I love the match. So much hacks everywhere, and I think it was a really fun match to play. I love playing that match. So thank you so much, GoodGuyGastly, for the match. Now that we won that match, we are actually 12-3 now. So I think we did clinch our spot in the playoffs, which is nice. There's only one game left, so... good thing that we clinched our spot with only one game left. I think we clinched our spot last week, though, with last week's win, but I'm not quite sure. I think we did. Everything's down in the hub. You can go check out the hub. It's always going to be down in the description below. And that's pretty much all I have to say for this week. Next week is going to be the last week in the MPL. Then it's playoffs time. Playoffs are going to be pretty darn serious. Next week we play the Jacksonville Gardevoirs, a divisional match, pretty important match, but... I think he's out of the playoffs or we're in the playoffs, so it's not as important, but it's still pretty big because we don't want to end the regular season off on a loss. So we're definitely going to try and win next week. I can't wait for next week. It's going to be so much fun. So much fun. And that is actually going to be the end of this week. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you enjoyed, leave a like right down below because that thumb needs 11. And MVP on our team was Manaphy. Manaphy's first ever game, getting 3 kills. That is amazing. Manaphy did so well that match. I'm honestly really impressed with how well Manaphy did. I've never used a Manaphy ever until this match, and I'm lucky Manaphy so far. I'm definitely lucky Manaphy so far. So that's going to be that. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe so you never miss a video. Have yourselves a great day, and until next time, have a nice shit.